Hello all my Holomaniacs out there. Welcome back to the channel. It's so great to see you again, and I've got a super special treat for y'all. I'm here at the Disney Family Museum. They have a brand new Mickey exhibit called Mickey from Walt to the World. And y'all, this is exciting because we have a very special guest joining us for this walkthrough, Mr. Andreas Deja.
Hey guys, how's it going? What's up?
So if you guys don't know who Andreas Deja is, he's an incredible animator. You probably know him from his works as he did the supervising animator for Scar, Gaston.
Did a bunch of bad guys.
A bunch of the bad guys. But you were also a supervising animator for Mickey.
I did Mickey in a few projects. The first one was for Who Framed Roger Rabbit. I did his cameo in that one. And then we did a short film called The Prince and the Pauper.
I love that one.
Where we see Mickey Mouse in a dual role. And then a really fun one called Runaway Brain.
Yes.
Which is sort of a satire of the Frankenstein story. So Mickey Mouse turns into a monster for a while.
And I love Dr. Frank and Ollie.
Yeah,
I thought that was a
reference
great
to the animators, all the animators. We had so much fun on that short.
Oh, I believe it. Yeah. I believe it.
But yeah, I was involved in guest curating this show, Mickey Mouse from Walt to the World. I had a lot of fun. I got involved in this because out of all people, Walt Disney's daughter Diane asked me to get involved like years ago. And I didn't quite know what she meant. She said, I really want you to get involved. And I thought, involved by loaning a few pieces of art out? I'd be happy to do that. And she looked me in the eyes and said, no, I want you to get involved. Meaning, putting the show up, you know? So years later, here we are.
Yeah, there you go. So you already showed me around a little bit, and this is incredible. So I can't wait for you to just explain what all this is.
So this is the first gallery, the first room. And as you can see, the walls are pretty much black and white because we're dealing with Mickey's first film. His first film was Steamboat Willie. That was the big breakthrough in 1928. So we have artwork from that short over here. No color anywhere. This is all black and white world. We're showing you guys here. And these are really precious, very old pieces, you know, they're decades old. So we have original animation drawings, we even have some cells from the 20s and 30s.
How does that still survive? How does that survive?
Somebody took great care of this, you know, because these things are so fragile. They fall apart, the paint comes off. So it's amazing that we found a few pieces that are still intact.
Absolutely.
We have layout drawings. This is a layout drawing right here for a short, and this is the final background painting, because you have to do the drawing first before you paint it. So we have samples of that. We have some story continuity. These are early storyboards for Mickey Mouse short film. So of course, before you animate, you need to know the story and go through this process. So we have a few really old panels. Storyboard panels, and then as we turn, Technicolor comes in.
Yeah, you were telling me you saw this is like Wizard of Oz. It's like
the Wizard of Oz. Like the first part is in black and white, and then kaboom! You know, we're adding color. Mickey Mouse is a color character now, and
oh boy, I'm in color now.
Exactly. So we have again some piece of art from his first color film. The very first color film was the band concert. And we have two original cell setups from that film.
Oh man!
So this is what you actually see in the movie, the actual cell and the background from the film.
Oh, that is incredible.
This stuff is super rare.
Yeah, because band concert. What was that? 1931.
It was.
1931. Yeah, it's amazing that they're still intact.
I know. It's just crazy, and we have them here for you guys to see.
Did you like have to find them in like the depths of the Disney archives in Burbank or something?
Well, no, we actually went through private collectors. One is local. Actually, he has a huge collection, and he was generous to loan these things out.
Oh.
I loan out mostly drawings because I don't collect cells so much. It's more the drawings I'm interested in.
So a lot of these are from your collection too.
Yes. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So it's
you're so lucky you have them too.
I know. Pinch me. And then as we go on, the animation becomes more detailed. Here's actually a little fun document that shows the friendship between Walt Disney and Charlie Chaplin, because they knew each other way back, and Walt actually said this once, that there's a little bit of Charlie Chaplin, like a tramp, in Mickey.
I thought he said that once.
He did. So those guys go way back. And
oh man, almost as far back as Salvador Dali, right?
Yeah. Even further, actually, even further back.
Oh yeah.
Time-wise. And then we have some nice rough animation by Freddie Moore. This is from Pluto's Judgment Day, and we can see how Freddie Moore was the animator who really got a hold of Mickey Mouse and started stretching him and squashing him, and then the movement became so elastic and lifelike that Freddie Moore for like a long time was the Mickey guy, and you can see why.
Oh, absolutely. He just brought so much character to him.
And feeling too, this is a cool drawing for my collection. This is from an old short called Society Dog Show, where Mickey wants to show off Pluto as a show dog, but it doesn't go very well. He doesn't win anything, you know. So they're kind of sad outside, but there's so much feeling in this drawing and so much pathos.
There really is.
I just love it.
Yeah, you just really get the sense that they're just distraught. Not even just sad, but they're just like, it's just nuts for them.
Two buddies. And we have a pencil test going here. That it doesn't have all the drawings from the scene, but the key ones. So you can...
Yeah, it's like I definitely see the extremes in there.
Right. So you can see the key motion. It's kind of fun.
So maybe you can help explain this to me too, because as I'm looking at this, I noticed like there's an X on Mickey's ear there, or an X on Pluto's collar, and then his ears. Do you know what those X's and stuff are for?
Those X's mean solid black.
Oh, okay.
So the ears always solid black. Pluto's ears always solid black. So the inkers don't get confused, or the painters, you know, that they know that is a solid black arrow.
Gotcha. It's all for the ink and paint department.
Exactly. And moving along to more shorts.
Oh, there's Mortimer.
There's Mortimer, famous Mortimer Mouse, from Mickey's rival, a guy Mickey is not very fond of.
And I think it's great that his name is Mortimer, since that was supposed to be Mickey's name in the first place.
Because Walt was going to call his mouse Mortimer Mouse, and his wife said, I don't like Mortimer Mouse. Call him Mickey, you know. So she actually named him.
She did.
Walt's wife.
She did. Otherwise, we'd be stuck with Mortimer.
That's right. Heaven forbid. And these are some cool drawings. This is by animator Frank Thomas, and he was, of course, one of those guys who I actually met and could talk to about Mickey Mouse when I started animating him, you know, what I should keep in mind, what I should really be mindful of.
Yeah, because they were teaching at Cal Arts around that time.
They were giving lectures here and there.
They were giving lectures,
but I met them socially, you know, and had dinners with them and all that.
Oh,
and,
that's awesome.
And the one thing that Frank and Ollie would always say is like, just be sure that the audience knows what Mickey's thinking.
Right.
That is really important. You know?
Absolutely. Oh, that's crazy. Anything else? Did they tell you anything else specific about?
Well, I talked to other animators too. Mark Davis, for example, would say, be sure you respect the structure of the anatomy of Mickey. He's not like a squishy, squashy cartoon character. There are knees, there are elbows, there are real hands, so be truthful to that and work with that.
Yeah, because that was something Walt pushed for back.
Yeah, believability, you know. These are cartoon characters, but they have to seem real.
Right.
So that was Mark Davis's take on it. And what Kimball would just say, don't even look at what we did, just do your own stuff. that was Ward.
That sounds like what he would do.
And over here we got some really cool artwork from The Brave Little Tailor, which I think is one of the best shorts that Mickey was ever in.
It's one of my favorites too. I love it.
These are all the tight eye drawings of the giant as he's trying to smash Mickey, and just the size that he gets into this guy and the perspective is just like absolutely masterful.
Oh yeah, and you can definitely tell how he went on to go do like Stromboli and Chernobog.
He did bigger than life characters. That was really tight. But you could also do Dumbo.
Yeah.
So he was versatile.
That's so adorable, that little Dumbo.
And then Frank Thomas, of course, did Mickey at the beginning of the film where he's talking to the Queen and Princess Minnie, and that performance is number one. It doesn't get better than that.
It really
so real. He brought like real acting. He becomes almost a Shakespearean actor in that role, you know.
Yeah, he definitely did, because I just remember that short so vividly, how he was so timid at first.
Yeah. It's just beautiful stuff.
Absolutely.
And then we have some backgrounds here from short films, The Orphan's Benefit, Nifty 90s, one of my favorites, from 1942. We got even some artwork from Mickey and the Beanstalk, which was part of a feature called Fun and Fancy Free,
Yeah, because everyone else now just probably knows that it's just the short by itself, since
Right.
Disney would like show up on its own back in the Disney Channel in the 90s.
And that was supposed to be a feature too. They started thinking about Mickey and the Beanstalk as a full feature.
It was supposed to be a full
It
feature?
was supposed to be a full feature, and they couldn't quite stretch it to feature length. It stayed like half an hour.
Yeah, so then that's whenever they added
Bongo came.
Bongo. I wanted to call him Bobo, and I'm like, that's not right.
almost. But the artwork for Mickey and the Beanstalk is just amazing. I mean, look at this piece
Oh, it
right
is.
here. Just the perspective and the rendering of this gigantic staircase.
All the little details on that wood to make it look like you're super close to it is phenomenal.
It's awesome.
It's just wonderful.
And over here we have a scene of Mickey Mouse that was never produced. This is one of the last scenes that Freddie Moore animated, master animator Freddie Moore, for a short that was supposed to be called Pluto Plays Football in 1952. And then Walt saw the story reel and said, I don't think this is going anywhere, let's just cancel the whole thing. So it didn't go through color, just in pencil test form, but I mean, you can still see very lively, beautiful drawings that Freddie Moore did.
Oh, absolutely.
Those days.
Well, then again, I've never seen a Mickey drawing of Freddie Moore's that didn't have life in it.
He just had it. He was born with it. I hate him.
I think that meant that he loved it.
Interactive things going on here where people can actually choose a clip that they want to see.
So you can see Mickey through the ages.
Something from The Little Whirlwind, which is one of my favorite shorts.
Oh yeah, The Little Whirlwind. I love that one.
It's just a really lively, fun short with great animation by Fred Moore again. This was actually a time in 1942 where the design of Mickey changed a little bit. They made his torso a little smaller. The hands became bigger and more expressive. The head and nose also a little bit bigger. So throughout the years, he actually changed slightly.
Yeah.
So this is the 1942 version. There's Minnie opening the film. You can see these oversized hands, but
Yeah, they definitely
it looks
are.
so cute. It looks so adorable.
Yeah, they kind of got a, I guess, plushier look as it went on.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like even comparing it to just 41 whenever, no, 40. I know my years.
Fantasia.
40 with Fantasia, you can definitely see a difference between the two.
Right.
Especially with his ear, that gray spot.
Yeah, they tried this, I think, for 2 or 3 films where they tried to almost draw the ears in perspective. They sort of are, sort of aren't, and they gave a different color separation for the inside of the ear. But then they gave that up later, and so it was just an experimental thing to treat the ears.
We'll just go back to pure black on the entire ear.
It's more simple. This is a fun thing where people can actually choose clips, and they can see the clips, of course, but hear the original sound, or switch to an audio commentary that I did with Eric Goldberg, my friend Eric Goldberg, who's also a big Mickey buff. And we had such a great time. Eric came over to my house one Sunday, and we were looking at these shorts, and Eric had a story to tell, I had a story to tell, and I think it's just a really fun commentary track. So we have that at this station right here.
So I'm gonna have to go back to that and spend like an hour there. I'm obsessed with commentary, so I'm probably gonna be like an hour tomorrow.
That sounds good. Mickey Mouse Club on this side here. Very important time in America because this was such a breakthrough TV show. I mean, kids after school, they ran home each day to watch the Mickey Mouse Club. And so we have, this is a fun wall where we actually see bare set designs for the Mickey Mouse Club without the actors in it, without the kids in it. And I love these sets.
Oh,
because everything is a little crooked and toy-like, Yeah,
so, like there's no straight edges.
Yeah, they're sort of graphically stylized. Really, really fun stuff. And then you have here some pictures of Walt interacting with the Mouseketeers and on the set, talking to the director. Really fun, rare photographs. This is a piece of Ollie Johnston animation for one of the intros for the Mickey Mouse Club. And so we are happy to feature Ollie's art here. And down here are original cells from some of the opening sequences.
You don't ever see Humphrey the Bear anymore.
Yeah, I know. I love him.
Yeah, he's
I
kind of
think
hidden away now.
He's really fun.
But I did find him in Wreck-It Ralph too. He's in there for like a split second.
Oh, really? Like a...
They hit him in the back. He's
like an
picking up
Easter egg?
paper.
Oh, of course. What else would he do?
That's right. I found that one day and I'm like, oh my gosh, you put it Humphrey.
I love Humphrey the Bear.
Oh yeah.
And then we have some record labels here because the music of the Mickey Mouse Club was put on records, stickers, membership stickers. Just all kind of fun stuff that relates to the 1950s Mickey Mouse Club.
Oh man. Oh, there he goes with the whirlwind.
Maybe I want to point out up here, we actually have Mickey drawings taking up space. I don't think this has been done before, but I really wanted to do this where we see Mickey running in a circle, and we see a little bit more later, but where you can really observe how a run works, how Mickey runs, what the knee is doing, what the foot is doing, the hands and all that. And I think it's just a fun display to see it that way.
Yeah, so you can actually like physically see how the animation is switching from frame to frame.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's just, oh, it's incredible.
That was the first idea I had for this exhibit, is to have Mickey running in the air. I really wanted to have that.
And you got it, and it's,
we got it.
Oh, it's awesome.
It looks beautiful.
It is fantastic.
On our way to the Fantasia room right here. This is all about the Sorcerer's Apprentice.
Yes.
We're screening here a copy of the old original 1940 trailer. All nice and dusty and scratchy. It has that nice vintage look. And we have original artwork here. Some of them are color studies. Before the backgrounds were painted, they were experimenting with different colors. This to me looks like a special effects continuity, trying different effects.
Oh yeah, because the effects in that movie were just insane.
Endless. Yeah, this was a really expensive short because Walt thought about this film, The Sorcerer's Apprentice, as a comeback for Mickey Mouse. Because at that time, Donald and Goofy had gotten a little bit more popular than Mickey Mouse because they were crazier and more comic. Mickey Mouse was kind of the nice guy. So Walt thought, I think we should think of a film to bring Mickey back and have him do something big.
Yeah, and didn't Walt say like this was his final like characteristic was what happened in Sorcerer's Apprentice, or did I mishear that?
I don't remember that put that way. What I do remember is that some of the animators, when they saw the storyboards for The Sorcerer's Apprentice, and they say, Mickey is doing what? He's conducting the universe? They thought Walt had gone crazy. But they just couldn't see it, you know, and of course it worked. It's a beautiful, it's a dream. This whole thing on conducting the universe is a dream.
Yeah.
All to this fantastic music, like a milestone short film for Mickey. Absolutely.
Oh, absolutely. But wasn't Dopey initially supposed to be in Mickey's spot?
I had heard that too. That they had considered Dopey, bringing Dopey back and having him the source. I mean, it could have worked, but
it could have. But I think Mickey was the much better choice.
It is such a great vehicle for Mickey Mouse.
It really is.
Beautiful.
It's just so iconic now.
So here I have a few animation drawings by various animators: Fred Moore, Preston Blair, Art Riley.
Oh.
And then we have some cell setups here from the film, which are super, super rare.
Oh my goodness. I'm surprised this one's still together as much as you can see.
Any of them, you know, you can see the cell even rippling because they're so old.
Yeah.
You know, and
because this is probably older than 1940 because that's when the film came out, but I'm sure the short was done first.
Late 30s.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's insane that it's still, because this one looks like it's in pristine condition. I don't know how they did that.
It might have been restored. I'm not sure. Sometimes these things are. There are restores. They when paint comes off, they collect actually the paint that has fallen off. They moisturize it and reapply it. Oh, it's a crazy science. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Because that looks like, I assume that's what it would look like hot off the press on the film.
Pretty much. Here's more color, continuity, different styles for backgrounds.
Oh man, this is incredible.
And then over here, the next area is the drawing area, where we trying to inspire people to try and be an artist and draw Mickey Mouse. And we blew up these old model sheets, and also show the pages from a publication from 1955 when the park opened. And these are from a kind of a book that shows you how to draw Mickey Mouse. They did the same thing for Donald, how to draw Donald, how to draw Goofy, but this is for how to draw Mickey Mouse, and I think it's inspiring people because I see already all kinds of drawings that are pinned up here, people's versions of Mickey Mouse.
Oh, that's awesome!
So it seems like it's working. People are getting inspired. I like that.
I need to go add my Mickey later.
Absolutely, you know. So some just do a headshot, like a portrait. Some do the whole body, you know. Some draw really small, like here. But you just do your own take on Mickey Mouse.
That's right.
Your childhood friend.
Absolutely. Since you're not doing it for the company, it doesn't have to be on model.
We encourage off-model Mickeys here.
That's right. That's right.
This is a section that shows some vintage merchandise because that was very important for the company to have extra revenues other than the films. And Mickey was on, as you can see, on everything: toys, clocks, watches, plates, you know.
He was on everything.
Even clothing, and still is. I mean, you can still get a ton of Mickey Mouse merchandise. Some of the pieces look a little odd because they are so old. And
you were telling me earlier that like every company kind of made their own version of Mickey, more or less.
They try to be as close as possible, but I like these oddities, you know, where Mickey looks just a little strange, but there's something fun about that.
There is. But I feel like if we could like talk to Mickey, I wonder what he would think. Just be like, is this like the old high school picture? Or is this like, oh, it was cool at the time?
That's right. That's right.
But yeah, I agree with you. There is so much fun about these designs, even if they're not on model. They're just so much fun.
All these mechanical toys that came out. This over here comes from a carousel. I mean, obviously you couldn't ride Mickey in that shape.
Right.
But it comes from France, actually. And I think kids could hang on to his tail there in the back as the whole thing was turning.
Oh,
and
cool.
I don't know which other characters were on that carousel, but this is a single piece that Diane Disney Miller purchased, and we are happy to have it here in the show.
All right.
It's like a real special, unique Mickey sculpture. This comes from the UK originally, and this was displayed maybe around Christmas time or something like that in a store in London. And what a piece of art this is. It's huge.
It is.
Super heavy.
You were telling me this was like a window display?
It was a window display, yeah.
How big was this window?
These stores like Harrods, they've got gigantic windows.
Oh, yeah.
And some of these parts were actually moving way back. There's some motion that you can detect here that
yeah, it looks like Mickey was able to go like back and forth.
There was a little space there, yeah, and she was probably waving her umbrella and so forth.
Like Pluto's head would go up and down because he's got that little bar. Oh.
Just a beautiful vintage piece.
It really is.
More international posters from overseas.
Oh, this is all so cool.
And then we get into a special area where we showcase the voice artists and the main animators. And I'm going to push the button here that says Walt Disney, because he was the first Mickey Mouse, obviously. He voiced it for about 15 years, I think.
Because the last one he did was Mickey and the Beanstalk, right?
Yeah. And then he gave the voice duties to Jimmy MacDonald, who was a sound effects artist at the studio. Jimmy MacDonald gave it over to Wayne Allwine, and then Brett Iden is doing it for Mickey's Playhouse for the Disney Channel, and Christopher, Greek last name, he does the Mickey Mouse shorts, I think you call them. They're also for the channel, for the Disney Channel. These are those highly graphic, funny-looking Mickeys, you know.
Yeah, the Paul Reddish cartoons.
Yeah. So he does those. So let me push Walt. That's actually Walt Disney.
That's Walt. Oh my gosh.
You're not little. You're little. I'm Mickey Mouse. You know
know me, Mickey Mouse? He's talking to a bear who's trying to eat Mickey. He's trying to talk himself out of the situation by saying, I'm famous, I'm Mickey Mouse. Have you heard of me? I'm Mickey Mouse. It's hilarious. Let's hear how Wayne Allwine sounds.
Good morning, Mr.
Mickey's Christmas Carol.
Speaking of work, Mr. Scrooge, tomorrow is Christmas, and I was wondering if I could have half a day off. Huh. Oh, thank you, sir. You're so kind. I will, sir. And
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, very, very warm tone to his voice. But really, I mean, as you can see, there haven't been many people voicing Mickey Mouse. You're just looking at them right here on this one wall.
There's been 5, and this is the first time we have 2 people doing Mickey at the same time, pretty much.
First time ever. Here on the wall behind you, we are featuring the main classic animators, Art Iwerks, of course, who started out with Walt on the character, Les Clark, genius Fred Moore, Frank Thomas, Ollie Johnston, and Ward Kimball, who did like a lot of wonderful, crazy stuff on Mickey, as you can see by the drawing down there.
I love that one.
That is typical Ward Kimball. Then my generation came into place, and so here is a piece of art from The Prince and the Pauper. It's one of my drawing. Eric Goldberg, who was involved with Get a Horse, which was nominated for an Oscar. And then Mark Henn was very much involved in Mickey's Christmas Carol.
Oh my gosh.
So we're all here. The old and the new. Yeah, we're all
It's
here.
like a family reunion.
It's a Mickey family reunion.
I love
Mickey
it.
unites people. Yeah. Then we have comic strips here. And we really feature mostly Floyd Gottfredson, because he drew the Mickey Mouse comic strip for like decades, and he was just a master at Mickey. So we have a few original strips right here.
Oh man, this is crazy.
And the color panels are up there actually are for Good Housekeeping. There was a magazine way back, and once in a while when a new Mickey Mouse short came out, they would show these watercolor illustrations telling the story of this particular short, and they're just gorgeous by themselves.
Oh man, they're so gorgeous. I love this.
And that is downstairs.
All right.
But wait, there's more.
There's more. This is awesome.
So here we're entering the Disney Mickey Mouse fine arts section, because he influenced a lot of fine artists such as Andy Warhol, who we see over there, but also contemporary artists like John Pomeroy, who did a book on Walt Disney's life, and I believe this is the cover painting for that.
Oh, it's so cool.
And Diane Disney Miller purchased these challenged people, and they gave them the assignment to draw Mickey Mouse, and they all had their own version of Mickey, but really wonderful work. So she purchased a whole bunch
Oh, that's awesome.
from that class.
It's wonderful.
And here you see Mickey Mouse and Snoopy in one drawing by Charles M. Schulz himself.
That's Charles Schulz?
He drew that, yeah.
Oh, I love it. It's adorable.
It's adorable. It's just great.
Oh, I love it.
Then we have a wonderful mural that was specially painted for this exhibition. By Ciron Norris. His name is a local artist. So you see the San Francisco Bridge there, part of the city, and Mickey Mouse just in it.
Oh yeah, getting like all the parts of the city.
Yeah.
Like the museum over here.
To kind of
and-
make the whole thing local.
Right. And then we got Pixar over there where Emeryville would be and everything else. Just,
So a lot of stuff to look for and find in this mural.
Oh, it's awesome. And all the hidden Mickeys. I've already found like 4 in here. Not even just the regular Mickeys, but then like hidden Mickeys.
That's right, that's right. And there is some more art here. This is an artist called Tennessee Lovelace, and who's done a lot of interpretations of Mickey in a sort of semi-abstract way. And the interesting thing is that he is actually colorblind. So
Wow.
he just goes by feeling, by gut feeling. He only sees shades of gray. And
He only
and of
sees
course,
shades of gray and then color.
Yeah.
painted this?
Yeah, so he doesn't see red, he doesn't see green, but so for him it's like a special challenge. But he does some amazing pieces, such as this one right here.
That is incredible. I mean, even if you weren't colorblind, that's still amazing.
It is, absolutely.
Man, that's insane. Oh, and now we can get a better look of Mickey running.
Mickey running around, exactly, almost in a circle.
Oh, that is so cool. So yeah, whenever you guys come, pay attention to that. All future animators, you can study that.
You know, I'm just seeing for the first time that even the shadow is
Oh, there's
pasted in there.
yeah, there's even shadows. Oh my
The shadow
gosh.
animates too, of course. I hadn't even noticed that. I'm just seeing that right now.
Oh my
This
gosh.
is just the coolest thing.
It's so detailed. I love it. Oh gosh, this is great.
So let's quickly go over here. This is a Japanese American artist who does very abstract work. But there are some hidden Mickeys in here, so people have to come here and find them, you know.
Oh, you
In
got
some
it.
cases it's obvious, you see the ears,
Oh yeah.
and in some cases it's more hidden, you know.
Yeah. Let's see if I can find one on one of these. I don't know if I'm very good at it. I think there's a hidden Mickey there.
It's a real challenge too.
It is
to
definitely a
find them.
challenge.
I did a whole series of these abstract blades.
For a second there, I thought that looked like broccoli.
Yeah.
I was like, there's hidden broccoli.
You can, if you look hard enough, you can find all kinds of things. You know,
You can.
not just Mickey in these things.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
This is an original oil painting by illustrator Charles Boyer.
Now I've
And-
seen like prints of this for sale at like Disneyland and Disney World.
It's a popular painting, and this is of course Walt looking in the mirror, but really drawing and painting Mickey.
And then Mickey doing the same thing with
And
Walt
Mickey,
down
that's
here.
right, you know. So this is the original painting, and then these other versions are prints.
Gotcha. Oh man, that's incredible.
And then we got Ward Kimball's crazy plate right here, and abstract Mickey, as only Ward Kimball would do it. And this was like a little doodle he did before he did the final drawing.
Oh wow.
And then more illustrations that show how Mickey was really breaking the news that Walt died. This is for the French magazine Paris Match. And it's really sad to see him cry because he never cries in films.
He really doesn't.
And the one up above really shows you when Mickey cries, the whole world cries with him.
Yeah. I think he's only cried. I can only think of him crying in A Christmas Carol whenever Tiny Tim dies.
Yeah, it's really rare. Here we have a little bit
so
more
sad.
of Mickey in the theme parks, because that was an evolution too. He didn't look like this from day one.
No, he didn't.
This is what he looks like now. He looked more like this on day one. And I like to point out this picture here because I don't know what the little boy is thinking.
Poor kid.
He might have strange dreams.
He might.
at night.
He might. If he's still alive, he probably still has bad dreams.
Poor kid. We have to find him. Where is he?
We'll give him like a care package.
No, this old guy now.
Here's some NyQuil. You can get some sleep.
I remember looking at these big mice and scared. So anyway, he changed throughout the years, and they finally found a design that's appealing.
Yeah.
That really works.
Yeah, the Mickey they have now is. I love the Mickey they have now.
Because the Mickey, they have not can close the eyes, right? And they even have a talking Mickey.
They do have a talking Mickey, yeah.
It's really awesome.
This was in Bob Iger's collection, right?
This comes on, this is a loan from Bob Iger, the head of Disney. And this is a Damien Hirst, who's a British artist. And I love this because it's just a bunch of circles. There's no square shape or anything in there. Just
You get the full Mickey.
representing the roundness of Mickey, but it's just a really fun experimental work. So this is on loan from Bob Iger.
Oh man, that's incredible.
And then quickly over here, we have a section that's called the Return of Mickey. Because there was a break his last classic short film, The Simple Things, was from 1953. And he really didn't show up on the screen until Mickey's Christmas Carol in the 80s.
Oh,
long break.
Wow. My goodness. Didn't realize it was that long.
Long break, yeah. So here we have what we call the return of Mickey, such as Christmas Carol, and then of course he became a CG character on some Christmas stories that were sold on DVD. This is Mickey Mouse Clubhouse for the Disney Channel, Prince and the Pauper, and Runaway Brain. And I was involved in those two films.
Oh, that's awesome.
And this is some more original art, some cells with background prints. This is one of my scenes that I'm still very proud of. I really messed with this scene a lot because I really wanted this to feel like Mickey, who has just gone into the prince's castle. He hasn't met him yet, and he sees his reflection on the shiny floor, and he does a little dance with the reflection.
Yeah, he starts. That's whenever he's singing like "I'm just a little guy." Yeah, knocks over the.
Yeah, exactly. And I wanted it to be very subtle and Mickey-like, and I think I got it in this scene.
I know. I always liked it.
And that's an original drawing, a rough drawing of mine way back when the prince comes in and he helps him to get off the floor.
And is this all from your personal collection, or?
Yeah, I really didn't keep very much in terms of my work. I just have a few drawings of mine here and there. So this is one drawing I kept, rough drawing from Prince and the Pauper.
Oh man, it's so cool.
And then here we have the current stage of Mickey at the Disney Channel in short films. And over here is Eric Goldberg's film Get a Horse. That was nominated for an Oscar. It's sort of an homage to the old Mickey, the old black and white Mickey.
Yeah.
And last but not least, we show Mickey Mouse even on stamps, on US postal stamps.
Yeah, because that's a huge thing.
It was a huge thing, yeah.
Mickey and all the stamps.
So there's lots to see here, so come on over and check it all out and plan at least a half a day.
Absolutely. You need at least half a day to see this and the rest of the museum. It's all incredible. It's just so incredible. Well, thank you so much for taking us on the tour.
Thanks for coming by.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
See you guys.
All right, so I want to give a big thank you to the Walt Disney Family Museum for setting that up, and a big thank you to Andreas Deja for taking us through on that private tour. It was amazing. So if you guys want to come see this museum for yourself, I've got a special sweepstakes for you. I'm actually giving away a membership to the museum for a full year. So that gets you extra benefits, extra screenings, extra showtimes. Whenever a new event opens up like the Mickey one, you can get early access to go check it out before anybody else. So if you're interested in winning this membership, head on over to my Instagram. It's at Brian Hull's Voice. From there, you'll see this picture that I will upload and make a comment on that. I will randomly select a comment from that Instagram post on May 28th, which should be about a week from when this video comes out, and then you will have entered your chance to win the membership. All right, so thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Bye!